welcome to the 2017 Daytona DMAX Championships. It's round 7 at the Sanson Park alternate circuit, and we're going into the heavy heats with great expectations for Tomek Zaustowicz and Chris Munro. They've been dominating in the heavy and super heavy categories respectively, but with the likes of Tariq Almou, Lee Witney and Rob Bennett battling away for the spoils behind them, there's going to be all sorts of shenanigans to talk about. So let's head into the paddock and figure out who's going to be at the front.
So the DMAX Heavy Heats final is about to get underway. Let's talk you through how things are currently stacking up. It's Rob Bennett alongside Tomek Zaustowicz on the front row of the grid. Both of those drivers race winners in the earlier encounters. Rob Bennett and Tomek Zaustowicz. The third race winner in that lot, Adam Christopher, lines up in P3, the first of the super heavies. No Chris Munro. He's gone off to the boat to go across the border. So it's been Bennett, Christopher and Anthony Unit starting down in 7th, who have had lights to flag victories. Zaustowicz on the front row, courtesy of his consistency once again, but if he gets a chance to get Bennett on that first line, he will. Green flag flies. Bennett gets a good start. Zaustowicz starts in a second place. Daly trying to come through to take the position. He's not going to get there, and as they all swarm through the first couple of corners, there's contact as Pritchard tries to dive down the inside of Christopher. They tag with Daly, and somehow, despite Pritchard dropping down into 6th position, they all get away relatively scot-free.
That was very, very close. We've seen it multiple times that no one comes out smiling.
Blasienko has gone down at turn 4. Blasienko off the circuit yet again into the barriers. That is the second race in a row that he's done that, because he did that in the third heat as well, and so he continues to do so.
And in the meantime, Tomek Zaustowicz has actually just overtaken Rob Bennett for the race lead.
Well, that didn't take long. Zaustowicz has gone into the lead. Rob Bennett in second place from Daly, Christopher, Pritchard and Witney, and as they run through, it's going to be interesting to see who else can make up ground, but Tomek Zaustowicz leads and controls the pace. Bennett in second, Daly in third, 4th position for Adam Christopher, then Pritchard, Witney, Harris, Almou, Unit, Martin, Hirani, Newton and Abelama, with Blasienko trying to recover.
And it's going to be taking a lot of recovery.
Rob Bennett tried to go on the inside of Zaustowicz, and Tomek Zaustowicz just ran right round the outside of Rob Bennett to hold on to the position there at turn 4. Rob Bennett is definitely not letting him get away with this one. If he can be a fighting force, he will be. And as they charge on, this is going to be one heck of a tussle.
And between the pair of them, it's going to be a fact that Adam Daly could be one to factor in. Adam Christopher, Alex Pritchard, Lee Witney. This is fast becoming a 6-way scrap for the lead of this race, and we're only 90 seconds in.
Some absolutely amazing racing thus far from Zaustowicz, who leads the way. Bennett in second, right behind him. Then Daly, Christopher, Pritchard, Witney, Harris and Almou. And it looks to me as though Anthony Unit, who's been incredibly strong and very, very fast.
Alex Pritchard has just made up a place there. I think he's just got past Adam Christopher.
I think you're right there, Alex. Yes, he has.
Coming out of turn 5 there.
So into turn 6 they go, and down the back straight, but Christopher's getting back in there. Pritchard not leaving him a lot of space. They're going to cannon into the braking zone together. Witney could get past both of them here. Pritchard holds it on the inside line. Witney's going to go down the inside. Pritchard forces the issue. Witney has nowhere to go but into the side of Alex Pritchard there on the inside line. Pritchard holds it round the outside of turn 1 and keeps the place.
And Pritchard goes back up. Tariq Almou's just thrown it up the inside of Lee Witney. Going into turn 2 there, so nice move from the number 12.
So Tomek Zaustowicz runs out in front. Rob Bennett in second, Adam Daly third from Adam Christopher, Alex Pritchard in P5, Lee Witney in P6, as the racers continue to charge around this alternate circuit, a very different technical challenge to the main circuit that we raced on back in March, and these guys are having to work very hard indeed. Once they come out of this turn 5, they're on the throttle all the way through the right-hander. They keep planted to the floor. The acceleration builds as they go down the straight. That has a little kink in the middle of it, but you keep flat to the throttle, then down into the braking zone, one of the toughest braking zones in the championship. Zaustowicz, Bennett and Daly have broken clear of the rest. Christopher 4th, Pritchard is still there in 5th ahead of Lee Witney and Tariq Almou. 8th is Sam Harris, 9th Anthony Unit, who just doesn't have the pace he had earlier on today, and Gary Martin in P10. Battle it out with Adam Daly. Bennett struggling to hold off.
Christopher and Pritchard are side by side going into paddock with Lee Witney right behind them.
Pritchard's going to squeeze through on the outside line and then tucks in for the inside for the final turn. Watch out for Lee Witney. He could make up a place or two, but it's Pritchard through into P4, and Adam Christopher is devastated because also through is going to go Lee Witney. There's not a lot he can do about it except force the issue, which he can't do. Adam Christopher drops to 6th position. He bangs the steering wheel in frustration. Forget it, Adam. That is not the way to take out your rage. Just focus, breathe, get on with it.
As Adam Daly's still on the back bumper of Rob Bennett, has had no answer for him in the last few laps or so. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's last lap time. Tomek Zaustowicz crosses the start-finish line for the penultimate time. Rob Bennett has eked out a little gap over himself and Adam Daly to the tune of nearly 0.4 of a second. And Alex Pritchard has just set the fastest lap of the race of 46.210.
Well, he's determined to try and close up on those drivers battling for second position. If they tussle on the last lap, if he's close enough, he could snatch another trophy here, and he knows it. The checkered flag is not far away. In fact, it's being prepared for Tomek Zaustowicz as he comes out of the hairpin, down the back straight. And this is going to be the checkered flag for Tomek Zaustowicz to move one step closer to what is turning into a domination of the heavy heats in 2017 in Daytona DMAX. The checkered flag will be coming out this time by Tomek Zaustowicz. Has done it again in his amazing 2017 campaign. Zaustowicz wins. Second place for Rob Bennett. Third for Adam Daly. Fourth position goes to the fastest man in the race, Alex Pritchard. Fifth place for Lee Witney, and sixth position for Tariq Almou.
And across the line, it's Adam Christopher confirmed as the super heavyweight winner this time around. A noble charge from Vinod Hirani to get all the way up to 10th, and kept in touch with both Sam Harris and Anthony Unit. So Vinod Hirani completes the top 10 with Gary Martin, Richard Newton, Blaise Zianko and Lemer Abelama completing the running order this time around for the heavy heats final.
And very encouraging to see at the end of that race as well, Zaustowicz, Bennett and Daly fist bumping around turn 2, embracing after an absolutely terrific battle. Great racing and great camaraderie once again in Daytona DMAX.
Well, obviously the rain is starting to come down, and possibly too late for some of the drivers out there. Rob Bennett's already making a break for the M25, so you won't be hearing from him, unfortunately. Meanwhile, though, Adam Daly, you almost had him at the end of that race.
Yeah, there was a couple of times I thought I could have him, but I wasn't sure who was behind me and if there was a gap. There was one time I was going to go for it, but I didn't check who was behind me, and I should have gone for it when the chance went. But Rob didn't make any mistakes, so I'm happy enough for third.
And of course, heading to Clay Pigeon, things could be very entertaining at that one, where some drivers are still very new faces to that circuit.
Yeah, I've done Clay before, once in the wettest conditions, which could be coming soon, and that was a lot of fun in the wet, but Clay's good fun anyway.
Fantastic job, and a great podium, Adam, and hopefully there'll be another one next time.
Hopefully. That's only my second time doing the heats this year and 2 podiums, so maybe I'll just keep that up.
Good man. Well, one day you could end up beating this chap alongside you. Tomek Zaustowicz, absolutely fantastic result again from you in what is proving to be a dominant display. I'm guessing it's just now ticking them off until the end of the year now.
Well, that's the plan, exactly. It's been going really well in the hits this year. Many wins, including this one. So yeah, very chuffed with that. And yeah, I was quite lucky, to be honest, because Rob was really on pace today throughout the hits, and in the final, on the first lap, he just left the door open one of the corners, and I just used that opportunity, and there you go. He couldn't catch me after that, so that's great, and good points today, extending my championship lead, so it's going very well, and I hope it's going to stay like that till the end of the season.
And now we head to Clay Pigeon, where it's just about consolidating that lead and continuing on.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take it easy, without too much pressure. And yeah, I'll just still try to do my best, but slightly easier.
Fantastic. Well, fantastic job, Tomek, and well done. Another great victory.
Thanks a lot for that. Cheers, Jake.
So, with Tomek Zaustowicz consolidating his position in the heavies, it's going to be an interesting one to see how they go at Clay Pigeon. If you want to join them on the grid, get onto the website, daytonamax.co.uk, and even if you weigh the same size as a fat bloke like me, you'll still be able to challenge for the victory in either the heavies or super heavies. And we'll race very well at Clay Pigeon, come rain or shine. See ya.